Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to start my presentation with a video. So this was a Portuguese soccer player. He played for a Portuguese league. He was playing a soccer game, and after getting yellow carded, he suddenly just bent over and fell back, and it was said that he died from sudden cardiac death. He was only 24 years old. So for the icebreakers that I've heard since we started this class, a lot of people in here are athletes, and if you yourself aren't an athlete, you probably know a friend or family member who is. This is why I believe that it's important to know about sudden cardiac death in young athletes. So why am I speaking about this? Because I myself am an athlete. I've been playing soccer for 6 years, and since I started playing, I have had chest pains, and it was thought that I had a heart problem, but up until this point, they still can't figure out what my problem is. So being aware about sudden cardiac death and about early prevention could obviously save a life. I will speak of how common it is to see this in young athletes. I will speak of the common reason for this that it happens, and about a little bit about early prevention. So to start off, I will talk about how common it is. According to the information I found on cardiachealth.org, it is seen that cardiac death happens in 1 in 200,000 young athletes. It's very rare, as you can see, but there has been an increase seen. There has been an increase seen from 20 cases per year to 125 cases per year. So it's very rare, but it is going up in increase. It's typically seen in those who are in ages less than 35, and it's been seen in many pro athletes. So we have Reggie Lewis from the Boston Celtics. This happened to him in 1993, and he died from it. We have Jason Collier from the Atlanta Hawks. He died from this in 2005, and Damian Nash from the Denver Broncos. This happened to him in 2007, and they all died from sudden cardiac death. So, what is, according to a study, it's usually seen in those who play football and basketball more. So now let's find out about the common reason for sudden cardiac death. That reason is called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. For short, I'm going to be calling it HCD. So what is this? This is a disease in which the muscle of the heart enlarges. We can see right here, this is a normal heart, this is a heart with HCD. And those who have this have also been seeing that their heart is a little bit larger than it should be. And their left ventricle, this side right here, is a little bit larger than the right. What happens when you have this muscle being larger than it should, it leads to your heart not pumping the right way that it should. And obviously, if your heart's not pumping, you're not going to be living. According to an article by cardiologists in Pulse magazine, this accounts for 24% of deaths in cases of HCD in America. It's sad that the first symptom is just death. There's never something prior to that usually. In one study, it was seen that 10 out of 48 who died of HCM actually showed any symptoms or any prior signs. So to go along with that, I will now speak a little bit about early prevention and what can be done to try to stop this. It's kind of a big controversy in the medical world whether there even is any way to stop it because of the fact that it shows no prior signs. But honestly, it's better to just go ahead and take initiative on your own, even if there are no prior signs. It's your health, so that comes first. The first thing is to get a physical. A lot of athletes, as soon as they leave high school, they stop getting physicals because of the fact that intramural sports outside of school don't actually require you to get one. In high school, you were required to get a physical before engaging in sports, or you weren't allowed to. So I speak on myself. I actually totally forgot about getting a physical until I went to the doctor, and they're like, it's been a year and a half, you need to get one. So always get a physical. Second, there are a little bit of symptoms that you can look out for. If you see the symptom, it may not mean that you have it, but it's good to just go ahead and go get checked. First being knowing that there's a family history of cardiac death, and anyone who's 40 years or less, fainting with no prior reason of anything thought to be wrong, and having onset seizures. So if a young athlete thinks that they might have these symptoms or have any known history, it's good to go get checked. As soon as you go to the doctor, you're going to be referred to a cardiologist that has an expertise in sports. The reason why it has to be a cardiologist that has an expertise in sports is because when you play sports, you start off, your heart changes. That's normal. It's normal. Your heart must change as soon as you start doing more continuous exercise or involving yourself more physically. And a cardiologist that has expertise knows the difference between the normal change and change that's not normal. So in conclusion, being aware about studying cardiac death could save it. We learned about the common reason, how common it is to see this, the common reason for it happens, and a little bit about early prevention. So now if you think you yourself, the athletes in the class might be a little, whoa, do I have this? Am I going to have this? Is it happening to me? It's very, very rare for it to happen, but still, it's initiative upon yourself to go get checked if you feel something is wrong. It never really hurts, honestly, when it comes to your health.